Second,
Yeah, so you may start now. uh, इसको थोड़ा सा F5 कर दीजिए, बड़ा कर दीजिए, फुल स्क्रीन कर दीजिए F5.
sir, now okay.
हाँ, it's not okay. Okay, go
So
ahead, go ahead.
warm
No,
and
not an issue.
a,
Yeah.
a warm and pleasant good morning, respected. A warm and pleasant good afternoon to respected sir and dear my fellow mates friends. Today I, Avnish Anand Chaudhary, roll number 2110, is present before you to deliver a presentation on the topic Art and Architecture of Vijayanagar and Bahmani Kingdom. So here, first of all, objectives. To deliver a topic in this, first I have one question from all of you. Why there is a need of art and architecture to represent, or why it is important for any ruler or a kingdom to represent art and architecture? First question, answer. They represent lively. What is art and architecture represent? They represent livelihood of the people, tradition, culture, civilization, and originality, and also symbolize the craftsmen of our ancestors and how people used to make the art and architecture in early days. Second, why is important for any ruler or a kingdom for art and architecture to represent these and because these ancient art and architectures have the long history. They are the place of historical, cultural importance. They represent livelihood of the people, tradition, culture, civilization, and originality. Our country is so unique and has been the source of attraction for thousands of people. The sources primary source, secondary source, and contemporary source. We can see that questions that can become explain about the art and architecture of Vijayanagar and Bahmani kingdom or
No,
empire.
tell us something about the sources because it may be different.
Yes. The primary source, Datta Barbosa, Afghansi Nikitin for Bahmani kingdom, Krishna Dev Raya, Amu Kaldea, Abdul Razak, Matla Us Sadain, Ma Majum ul Brain, Ganga Devi, Madurai Vijayam, primary source, secondary source, History of Medieval India by Satish Chandra, The Nature of Vijay Empire and Bahmani Relation by Sahlil Ravin, Forgotten Empire Vijayanagar by Robert Swell, Contemporary Sources, Medieval India by Satish Chandra Part 2, Indian History, Indian Architecture by Percy Brown, Architectural Remains by Henry Cousins. Questions that can become explain about the art and architecture of Vijayanagar and Bahmani kingdom or empire. Describe the art and architecture of Vijayanagar and Bahmani kingdom or empire. Explain the features related to the art and architecture of Vijayanagar and Bahmani kingdom. South India during the Vijayanagar times. Here we can see the South India during the Vijayanagar times. A map showing Vijayanagar, Vijaypur, Udaygiri, and many more. Let us come to the art and architecture of Vijayanagar Empire. Here the map showing the Vijayanagar Empire, Raichur, Hampi, Anantapur, Pengukundam, Vijayanagar Empire. Art and architecture of Vijayanagar Empire. The Vijayanagar rulers were great patrons of art and architecture. They used the Dravidian style of architecture and later added some unique feature to it. And it came to be called the Vijayanagar style of architecture. Hampi was a great center of art and architecture. Percy Brown remarks that Vijayanagar art as the supremely passionate flowering of Dravidian style. Here we can see the pictures of that. Typical first picture, typically Vijayanagar style Dravidian Sikhra, South India style tower over shrine at Samsavara temple at Kollur, 14th century. Second picture, Yali pillars at Rangatam temple at Rangasthala, Chikkalbalampur district, Karnataka. The main features of Vijayanagar art and architecture. First, the Vijayanagar rulers built high or huge towers called Raya Gopuras above the gateways of temples. Second, the Kalyana Mandapa at the temple stands on a rectangular platform of 5 feet height. The roof of the mandapa is supported by stone pillars and it has no walls around it. Third, the temples consist of Garbhagriha, Sukhanyashi, Mahamandapa, and Ardhamandapa, an additional Garbhagriha sanctum for the female deity. Here we can see the pictures of that only. Pillared hall in the Raghunathan temple of Hampi, Kudur Gum horse doll mandapa in Hampi. Third, elephant balustrade leading to the open mandapa in Raghunathan temple in Hampi. Again, yearly pillars with the hippogrims at the Hampi, yearly pillars at the Raghuveshwara temple at Ikari in Simboga district. Marketplace at the Hampi at the sacred tank located near the Krishna temple. Important temples in Hampi. The best specimens of the Vijayanagara architecture are found in the city of Hampi. The temples of Virupaksha, Hazara Ramaswamy, Vijaya Vitha Swami, Krishna Swami, Achyutara, Mahanomi Dibba, and the stone chariot are noteworthy. The wall and the pillars of the Ramaswamy temple are decorated with the scenes of the Ramayana. The lotus or Kamla Mahal is an excellent example of Islamic style architecture. The Ganesha and the Narsimha images, the elephant stables and the Queen's bath, the watchtower, the Royal Mint and the marketplace are also in Hampi. Where we can see these pictures I have shown all of you. This is a picture of an elevation drawing of the Lotus Mahal and the detail of an arch which has been carved or on the gateway of the Lotus Mahal. Here the Mahanami Dimpa. Here the carvings of the Mahanami Dimpa, that horses, soldiers, archeries. After that, this also Virupaksha Temple, Raja Gurupuram main tower over the entrance gate at the Hampi, Karnataka. First picture. Second, typically Dravidian style Sikhra superstructure over the shrine at the Raghunathan Temple in Hampi. Third, typical Dravidian shrine and the mandapa at the Vijayanagar period at Balakrishna Temple in Hampi. This is the Gopuram or gateway of the Brineswara temple at Tanjapur and a Gopuram.
Abnis, minute.
Yes.
Minj, kindly name two temple. Hers, hers is not you. Hers, Faizan, Deepak, Ajay.
यस सर।
अभी दो टेम्पल का नाम बताइए।
सर लोटस टेम्पल और एक विरूपाक्ष मंदिर।
लोटस टेम्पल
वो कमल महल से ये बता।
पूरा हम्पी में कौन सा टेम्पल है?
ये लोटस महल नहीं है सर।
अविनीश?
यस सर।
सही बोल रहा है अजय?
नो सर, विरूपाक्षा टेम्पल एंड
एक बार फिर से जो जितने भी स्लाइड्स है ना, और आप लोग उठिए और आंख खोल के देखिए उसको। आप सिर्फ नाम बताइए, इनको कम से कम नाम तो पता चले ना। यस, गो अहेड, सिर्फ ओनली प्रोनाउंस द नेम।
ओके सर। First picture, typical Vijayanagar style Dravidian Sikhra, South India style tower over the shrine at the Someswara temple at Kollur, 14th century. This is Dravidian style. First picture. Yali pillars at the Rangatham temple, Rangasthalam, Chikkaballapur district of Karnataka. At Hampi, pillared hall in the Raghunathan temple at Hampi, Kudur Gum horse doll at Mandapa in Hampi, elephant balustrade leading to open Mandapa in Raghunathan temple in Hampi. These are the Hampi. Yali pillars at the hippogrims at the Hampi, Yali pillars in the Aguswara temple at the Akari in Simboga district. and the marketplace at the Hampi and the sacred tank located near the Krishna temple. After that, this is an Lotus Mahal elevation drawn.
अजय अजय कहीं भी लोटस मतलब कहीं भी कमल खिला देंगे? हाँ,
नहीं सर।
साउथ में तो भी कमल नहीं खिला है ना। चलिए।
यस सर।
After that, this
Yes.
is Mahanami Dimpa. After that, this is Virupaksha Temple, Raja Gopuram, main tower over the entrance gate at the Hampi, Karnataka. Virupaksha Temple at Hampi, Karnataka. Again, I repeat, Virupaksha Temple, typical Dravidian style Sikhara superstructure over the shrines at Raghunathan Temple in Hampi. Again, I repeat, Raghunathan Temple at Hampi, Sikhara Dravidian style. Second, third, typical Dravidian shrine and the Mandapa of Vijayanagar period at Balakrishna Temple in Hampi. Again, I repeat, third is Balakrishna Temple in Hampi, Dravidian shrine. After that, Gopuram Gateway, Brindeswara Temple at Tanjarpur. After that, this is sculpture. Sculpture. Religion was the main theme for the sculptures of Vijayanagar. Kadalakeelu, Sasivekalu, Ganesha and Lakshmi Narasimha statue at Hampi are the notable. Irugappa Danda Nayaka and Tiruputturkaram was the earliest example of this period. The copper images of Krishna Dev Raya has his two queens, Trimula Devi and Chinnana Devi. At Trimula are in the devotional mode, as a stone statue of Krishna Deva Raya is at the Chindabharam. This is a sculpture from the Hazara temple. After that, this is a Krishna Dev Raya. To recapitulate about some of the problems of perspective, look at this picture. This is a Krishna Dev Raya placed at Gopuram of the temple at Chindabharam place at Tamil Nadu.
Yes, take your time. No worries.
Chindapara Krishnadevara statue has been found in Tamil Nadu. After that, Yali pillars at the Mandapa at Vithala temple at Hampi. After that, paintings. Hampi, Anidogondi, Lipchi were the centers of Vijayanagar paintings. Virupaksha temple at Hampi has beautiful paintings depicting Girija Kalyana, Mandan, Vijaya and Tripura Samara. The Veerbhadra temple at Lipchi has on its ceilings paintings representing stories from Shiv Puran and is called the Ajanta of the Seven Saves. Here this picture we can see pillared hall in the Veerbhadra temple at Lipchi. After that, fine art. Dancing and music were encouraged during the Vijayanagar period. Vedi Raja Vyaschitra Purana Darsara Kanaka Darsa belong to this tradition. They composed devotional song called Kirtans. Purana Darsara is called the father of Kemetic music. There were good number of dancing halls at the Vijayanagar. Bandham Lakshmi Narayana was a dance master in the court of Krishnadev Raya. After that, we can see the Vijayanagar style of temples. There are three styles. Civic picture somehow not clear, but we can see civic architecture first, courtly architecture, and religious architecture. Architecture of Vijayanagar. First, I once more I repeat: civic architecture, courtly architecture, and religious architecture. In civic architecture, these three Ranga Mandapa, Mahanami Dibba, and Temple Streets. Again, I repeat Rangana Mantapa, Mahanami Dibba, and Temple Streets. In civic architecture, these three. Courtly architecture, Guard Tower, Lotus Mahal, and Elephant stables. Kotli architectures, guard tower, lotus mahal and elephant stables. Third, religious architecture, saints, temples and temple complex. Religious architecture, saints, temples and complex.
एक बार
After
फिर
that,
से once again these three, this is the most important, and kindly draw it clearly and send to your friends also. So in Vijayanagar, in any dynasty, there are the three main components. एक जो होता है वो किसके लिए, आम लोगों के लिए होता है, एक होता है राजाओं के लिए, कोर्ट के लिए होता है, और तीसरा होता है रिलीजियस यानी कि धर्म के लिए होता है। तो आप देखिए पहला स्ट्रीट, मतलब आप अगर साउथ जाएंगे तो आपको एक टेम्पल कॉम्प्लेक्स काफी मिलेगा वहां पे, ऐसा लगेगा पूरा टेम्पल सिटी है। सो साउथ से तो डायरेक्टली कनेक्शन राजीव का है, तो राजीव थ्रो सम लाइट ऑन दिस। राजीव इज हियर।
सर यस सर।
सो टेम्पल कॉम्प्लेक्स कुछ बोल सकते हैं उसके बारे में?
सर साउथ के टेम्पल्स के बारे में।
टेम्पल कॉम्प्लेक्स के
सर
बारे में।
सर टेम्पल कॉम्प्लेक्स सर समझा नहीं सर मैं।
चलिए कोई बात नहीं, हम्पी भी एक टेम्पल कॉम्प्लेक्स है। तो वहाँ पे आप जब उस टेम्पल कॉम्प्लेक्स में जाएंगे तो आपको लगेगा कि ह्यूज सिटी की तरह है वो, पूरा फुल सिटी। ये वहाँ का मेन फीचर है। चलिए नॉट एन इशू। सो इसको फिर से एक बार बताइए और मूव अहेड।
Vijayanagar style of temples. Architecture Vijayanagar Empire have three: civic architecture, courtly architecture, and religious architecture. In civic architecture, there are three: Ranga Mandapas, Mahanami Dibba, and temple streets. And once more, I repeat: civic architecture first: Ranga Mandapa, Mahanami Dibba, and temple street. Second, courtly architecture: guard tower, lotus mahal, and elephant stables. Second, courtly architecture: guard tower, lotus mahal, and elephant stables. Third, religious architecture: saints, temples, and temple complex. Religious architecture: saints, temples, and temples complex. After that, some of the terminology which is main in this chapter, art and architecture, that mandapa, pillared hall, maha mandapa, open pillared hall, ranga mandapa, closed pillared hall, kalyana mandapa, hall meant for celebrations and special occasions, garbhagrihi, sanctum where the idol of god is placed, Navaranga or Antara, passage that contains different sanctums, Sukanyasi, unchamber. That's overall of Vijayanagar art and architecture. After that, art and architecture of
One
Bahmani
minute,
kingdom.
1 minute. So this art and architecture of um, any dynasty or any part of India, it's a bit difficult. So how come you make it easy? Like draw some charts and firstly put the sources, secondly put the temple, the style, and the thirdly the name of the temples, कुछ मंदिरों के नाम लिख दीजिए, and the fourthly the most important, yesterday also Manvi depicted and today also Avani is depicted, like you write down some terminologies. इससे क्या होगा, एग्जामिनर को पता हो जाएगा कि yes you are very acquainted about terminologies and the temples, that's it. ये मेन है, क्योंकि आप लोग डीप में नहीं जा पा रहे हैं, हिस्ट्री एंड आर्किटेक्चर को कनेक्ट नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, व्हाट्स एवर रीजन, बट एटलीस्ट यू डू लाइक दिस। यस अवनीश, गो अहेड।
After that, art and architecture of Bahmani kingdom. The
It's not
Bahmani
visible, it's not visible, your mobile or your screen is not visible. Yeah.
no?
Yeah. Yes.
The art and architecture of Bahmani kingdom. The Bahmani kingdom was a Muslim sultanate that ruled in the Deccan Plateau of India and produced its own unique art and architecture. This is an chart of Bahmani kingdom, division of Bahmani kingdom after the death of Gawan. The kingdom became weak and disintegrated into 5 parts. Here we can see the Bahmani kingdom, Ahmednagar,
Yes, and this is
Bijapur.
1 minute. This is very important. Muhammad Gama. गवान उसको इंग्लिश में हम लोग बोल लेते हैं, मोहम्मद गावा। और ये है अहमदनगर, बीजापुर, बेरार, बीदर एंड गोलकुंडा। कुछ अभी कर्नाटका में है, कुछ आंध्रा में है, कुछ तेलंगाना में चला गया है। आप इसके एग्जैक्ट लोकेशन को देखिएगा, आपको पता चल जाएगा आज के। और निजाम शाही, आदिल शाही, इमाद शाही, वरीद शाही और कुतुब शाही डायनेस्टीज। और जो कि कल राजीव ने भी इसको बोला था, तो फॉर द disintegration of Bahmani kingdom, these five kingdoms were emerged to the power. Okay, okay, go ahead.
After that, the Bahmani kingdom. The Bahmani kingdom was a kingdom founded by Alauddin Bahman Shah that
Don't,
flourished.
don't, don't, don't directly
Okay.
come to the architecture.
This is a regional powers that 13th, 15th century map showing of Bahmani kingdom. We can see Bahmani architecture. The Bahmani kingdom or sultanate blended elements from Persia and India into their structures. These architecture features can be seen in the sultanate's mosques, forts, and madrasas. Let us take a closer look at some of them. Kalaburgai, the first capital of Bahmani, is the place where Jami Masjid was built in 1367. It has been perhaps the Bazaar street in the fort. It is one of the earliest of its kind in India. Second, the royal necropolis is called Seven Tombs or Half Gummad. The oldest tomb here, the tomb of ruler Mujez Sai, the third Bahmani ruler. Also, the Mujez successor Daud Sai invented a new style of tomb that comprises two domed structures on a single basement. This double-chambered style tomb was copied by Firoz Shah Bahmani for his tomb, which is much lighter on the eyes. The main architecture figure of Bahmani kingdom are Muhammad Guan Madrasa, Fort of Bidar, Jama Masjid and Gulbagh Fort. The Bahmani rulers were buried in the tombs known as Bahmani tombs. These tombs were designed with the colored tiles and Quranic verses in Persian over them. The mosque and the tombs in the Bidar and Gulbagh are the architecturally very pleasant. The Bahmani rulers built a number of forts such as Daulatabad Fort, Golconda Fort, Raichur Fort. Bahmani architecture is influenced by the Persian style as the builders were from Middle East countries. Chand Minar, Jama Masjid and Muhammad Ghan Madras were the great architectural figures. Here are some of the forts which I have explained. Gulbagh Fort. Gulbagh Fort was the first built by the Raja Gulchand of Katia dynasty as South India dynasty that ruled the area in the 12th century CE. Alauddin Bahman Shah, the Sultan of Bahmani, later added the fort when he made the city of Gulbarga the capital of Islamic Bahmani kingdom. The fort has been a formidable sight to be behold with a 30-foot deep moat encircling the structure. I repeat, this was 30-foot deep moat encircling the structure, which was heavily armed with the cannon and 15 towers that provided a bird's eye view of surrounding area. This is the main. Once more I repeat. The fort was must have been fordable site to be hold with a 30-foot deep moat encircling the structure, which was heavily armed with the cannon and 15 towers that provided a bird eye view of the surrounding area. After that, this is a picture of Gulbagh Fort. Forest in Gulbagh, Karnataka is present. Second, the Great Mosque. The mosque that resides with the fort was built by Muhammad Shah first, another ruler of Bahmani. The mosque, which was built in 1367 CE, goes by many names, including the Jama Masjid, Juma Masjid, Jami Masjid, and the Great Mosque. To simplify things, we will just call it the Great Mosque. The mosque is enormous with the 140 supporting pillars, multiple archeries, and large and small domes. It measures approximately 216 feet in the length with a width of about 170 feet. The Great Mosque's main feature: the mosque is enormous with 140 supporting pillars, multiple archeries, and a large and small domes. It measures approximately 216 feet in length with the width of about 176 feet. After that, Bidar Fort. The Bidar Fort was already built when Ahmad Wali Bahmansar died in 1427 CE to move the capital of Bahmani kingdom from Gulbarg to Bidar, but it was heavily innovated by the new sultan. It evolved into an enormous fortress that enclosed the sultan's royal complex. It had a moat and a thick stone wall that were adorned with 37 basins. The basins are tower-like structure at the top of the wall that provides a protective cover for the occupants as they fire projectiles at their enemies. Again, the Biddeford main, it had a moat and a thick stone walls that were adorned with 37 bastions. The bastions are tower-like structure at the top of a wall that provides a protective cover for the occupants as they fire projectiles at their enemies. The fort must have been same of Bidar Fort. The fort must have been magnificent with its seven huge archery gateways. One of the gateways paid homage to the Persian roots of the sultans with carvings of lion. Bidar Fort also had a special architecture feature called the Courage, which was a Persian innovation that brought water to the fort from underground canals connected to the springs. Again, Bidar Fort. Third point, the fort must have been magnificent with its seven huge archery gateways. One of the gates paid homage to the Persian roots of the Sultan with the carvings of the lions. The Bidar Fort also had a special architectural feature called a Courage, which was a Persian innovation that brought water to the fort from underground canals and connected to the springs. This is a picture of Bidar Fort, we can see. After that, Muhammad Ghawan Madrasa. Muhammad Ghawan, a Bahmani scholar, commissioned the building of the madrasa, which is a Muslim religious school complex. The madrasa had a building to house students as well as mosque and a library, and is considered a great example of architecture being produced during the period. This is a picture in which is in Karnataka, Bidar. Some more are Daulatabad, which related to that. Daulatabad fort was once more as Devgiri is a magnificent in 12th century fortress standing at the top of hill. Daulatabad fort, constructed with the excellent architecture and was one of the most powerful fort during the medieval period, built on a 200-meter high conical hill. The fort was defended by a moat and glaciers running around the hill. At its foot, besides the most complex and intricate defense system, the fortifications comprise three encircled walls with bastions. You can see this picture of Daulatabad, and after that Golconda Fort, founded in approximately 12th century by the Kakatiya kings. This massive Golconda fort with the 8 gates and 87 bastions was later built by Qutub Shahi kings. The name Golconda Fort has a legend behind it. As per the story, a, a shepherd boy was once walking on this hill when he had come across a god ideal. The news about the shepherd boy and his findings reached the ruler of Katia dynasty. The king then decided to build a fort on the hill, which then came to known as Golconda, Shepherd's Hills Fort or Golconda Fort. However, almost 200 years later, the fort came under Bahmani rulers. Here we can see the picture, Golconda Fort. Raichur Fort. Raichur Fort is one of the major tourist attractions of Raichur district in Karnataka. This impressive structure was built by Katya rulers in 1294 ED. The fort has witnessed several dynasties such as the Mauryans and the Bahmanis and the Nizamians. The fort is surrounded by massive low circuit walls of three sides, and the inner walls are composed of blocks made up of stone and no re- reinforcing material. Reinforcing materials. The entrance and the other parts of the fort are inscribed with Arabic texts, which are said to have been quoted by Ali Burj. Apart from the architectural beauty of the fort, the surrounding areas are also beautiful and attractive. Other attractions in the Raichur include Jama Masjid, Bala Hizar, and Markandeswara Temple. Raichur Fort. Last but not the least, Gol Gumba. Gol Gumba is one of the great works of the Bahmani. The dome, eight arcs, and the exhaustic inside as just marbles. The black basalt doors, arches with the stucco floor chajas brown on the market brackets, etc. have been common features in the later architecture. This is Golgumba. Thank you and talk.
Once more, you move the slides, previous slides. This is the Gol Gumbaz. Yes, yes, yes. Next, previous Raichur Fort. Yes, next
Golconda Fort,
Golconda Fort. Yes,
Daulatabad
Daulatabad
Fort,
Fort,
Jan Masjid,
Madarsa. Yes,
Bidar,
uh, yes, Bidar, Karnataka.
Bidar
This
Fort,
is the Bidar Fort. Yes.
it's a great mosque. I am not respect.
Okay, so these are the
Gol,
important architecture and the obvious
Bag
Gulbarga
Fort,
Fort. So हाँ every Gulbarga कर्नाटका में है और गुलबर्गा फोर्ट है ये सारा. That means at least you have to know because Bahmani architecture they are the very sort of rich architectural style in Bahmani, but the style was very similar to the style which already followed by the several rulers in the northern part of India. But the Bahmani architecture, it's a really rich architecture. I do agree that writing architecture, art and architecture, it's not up to the mark answer, but somehow because one thing everybody is not everybody is somehow uh, not in they could not include in this that the how architecture was related to the history. So everybody was explaining the developmental architecture. That is good. 70% the portion you have completed, 30% and how these architectures are connected to the history. So the though this part is difficult, but every time when I was in the class or when we were talking about the architecture, I reiterated all those things because architecture depicts the real history. So kindly, at least in the last page, suppose that you are going to write about the Delhi Sultanate or Mughal architecture, so you have to have discuss at least these aspects about the history and architecture. चलिए अवनीश वेल काफी
yes, sir.
अच्छा काफी मेहनत किया आपने और बोला सो गुड टू और इस